This is Ryan Abraham, Dan Weber, USCFootball.com. Instant analysis, spring practice number 12 here on Howard Jones Field. And what'd you think out there today? It was another physical practice.
Probably the longest practice of the spring, and I think they purposely did that. They didn't do a walkthrough earlier because of the coaches' clinic that they started before practice. But they gave them more time, and they probably went, 2 hours and 20 minutes plus all the pre-practice stuff. And I think the players were wondering, how long we going, how many more plays, whatever. And they said they purposely did that because they wanted to see who would finish up in dominator mode and who would be the guys that they could, on film, show them and say, look, you guys, you don't just try to survive. You've got to play through till the end. So 2 straight physical practices back-to-back Thursday and today. And I think they, wanted to use today to set up next week.
You mentioned the coaches clinic. It was kind of like a Pete Carroll practice out here. The sidelines were packed. We had former players, Matt Johnson, who's the head coach at Edison High School, Joe Barry, who's a Chargers linebacker coach, former coach here. So a bunch of guys that used to play here checking it out, plus all the coaches clinic guys.
Yeah, big. It was. I had a good feel. Now we did ask some of the guys, and Buck Allen said, I don't even notice them. I said, Buck, that's the wrong answer. You're supposed to say, we need all these people here at practice to get us all fired up. And he says, oh, okay, I'll say that the next time. But I do think most of the kids kind of enjoy it, and Cody's always mentioning that, when you've got people here. And I think it was kind of a, nice event. Got baseball going on. The LA Times Book Festival has just got people everywhere. So it was kind of that old-time feel.
It was hard for our cameraman, Tim, to shoot photos with so many people on the sideline, but it did give you that feel like when Pete Carroll was around. Quarterback watch, I guess we could say, nothing really new there.
Doesn't look like it, although, basically Cody takes almost all the first-team reps, and Max takes all the, the other reps. So, I don't know what that means. Cody goes first, and mostly and Cody felt, pretty upbeat about today, even though they with that defense coming at you and then changing their blitz package and stuff like that, you've got to be. And he hooked up with Victor Blackwell at least one time on an 11-on-11 situation. Had a couple of really good looks with Nelson Aguilar, which he just always seems to have. But I thought it was a pretty good day for Cody.
I thought it was a good day for Victor Blackwell. You mentioned caught a couple deep balls, but Steve Sarkisian mentioned some of the players that maybe you haven't heard as much about. They were, really singing their praises, doing really well this spring.
Well, we inserted a couple of names. George Katrib. If you're looking at just wide receivers and the guys that do all that running, you got George Katrib and the Virginia Tech transfer David Maelstrom from, a kid from Virginia who. Made a couple of really, good catches, and George Katrib has had, as Sark said, he's one of those guys that's had one of the best springs of anybody. Yeah. So, and he said we need, a lot of guys to run patterns. And that's a function of this offense, and it probably, puts walk-on kids in the mix without a doubt. If they know the offense, they're going to get on the field.
All right, well, it's going to wrap it up here from Howard Jones Field. Only 3 spring practices left, Dan. It's kind of crazy. It's gone by quick. For Dan Weber, this is Ryan Abraham. Make sure you check out USCFootball.com for more.